Chapter
NK
1141, Step Over You to Rise. Just a signature?
No Tin Noyet looked at the group photo, her eyes lifted to the blank spot, carrying a hidden meaning.
Yes, just sign here. The flight attendant spoke sincerely.
No Tin Noyet ground her teeth, sighed, then signed.
Thank you. The flight attendant exhaled, turning attention back to Tevai Din.
He glanced at her, then signed neatly, his handwriting strict and upright, unlike No Tin Noyet's artistic strokes.
Lam Lo pretended not to care, eyes forward, but her focus was on the attendant. Thank you all. The attendant collected the photo, happily moving on to other cabins. Lam Lo turned, surprised. Tin Noyet, did she just ignore me?
She is not blind. No Tin Noyet stifled a laugh.
She simply did not want your autograph. You are not in the photo, why would she ask you? No Tin Noyet teased, her mood improving. Damn, I should have gone with So Fong. Lam Lo regretted bitterly.
No Tin Noyet raised a brow.
So, you plan to step over me to rise? Yes, are you afraid? Lam Lo twirled her hair, smiling. I have looks and figure.
Indeed, you are pretty and shapely, but sadly no talent, no singing, no performance.
No Tin Noyet mocked. Lam Lo's lips twitched, glaring fiercely at her.
They waited over 20 minutes before the plane rolled and took off, heading to Kin Hai, the capital of True Hoa.
Aha! I cannot, I must sleep.
No Tin Noyet yawned, put on a mask, and reclined.
3 hours, perfect for beauty rest.
Lam Lo put on her mask and closed her eyes. Tevai Din looked around, then wore his earphones and shut his eyes.
So Fong whispered. Van Han, sleep a while too. Mm.
Van Han softly agreed, adjusted her seat, eyes fixed on him.
What is it? He asked, puzzled.
Her cheeks flushed, she whispered.
I want you to sleep with me. Tonight, this seat is too small.
He chuckled, touching her nose.
Okay.
Van Han smiled gently, closed her eyes.
The attendant returned. Do you need a blanket? Good.
But So Fong had closed his eyes, so she left quietly.
The flight was smooth, 3 hours passed quickly.
Ladies and gentlemen, arrival at Kin Hai is scheduled at 5:20, landing at the North Airport, current ground temperature is.
Ah, I forgot my mask. Lam Lo exclaimed, peeling the dried sheet off. Annoying, my face is pale again. Sister Trow took out lipstick and powder to retouch. No need.
Van Han, half awake, refused softly. Another announcement came, half in Chinese, half in the Tin Kin language, barely understandable.
10 minutes later, the plane landed safely, VIP passengers disembarked first. Land feels better.
No Tin Noyet stretched in the VIP passage. Wear masks, just in case.
Lam Lo urged. Got it. No Tin Noyet put on a mask, hiding her beauty. Van Han and So Fong masked as well. Next, straight by elevator to the parking lot, this is Kin Hai, paparazzi may lurk. Lam Lo explained. Understood. So Fong nodded.
Kin Hai was not only China's capital but also its fashion hub, with thousands of entertainment firms, countless stars, and paparazzi everywhere.
After 10 minutes, they reached the parking lot, boarded the nanny van. The driver, Tevai Din's man, started the car silently. He praised. Well done keeping it secret.
Tevai Din replied shortly.
No Tin Noyet said. Of course, we go dine, are you not hungry? I am still full.
Van Han muttered, still stuffed from lunch.
But by arrival, you will be. Lam Lo added. From here to Kai family takes more than 2 hours. So long.
Van Han clicked her tongue.
Lam Lo sighed.
Normally not, but now rush hour clogs the ring roads, especially near Kai family.
Metro may be faster? Van Han asked. No, impossible. Lam Lo shook her head.
With our fame, Subway risks stampede.
Seems true.
Van Han recalled the frenzied fans at the lot.
Chapter 1142, G Family.
Everything in Jinghai City is good, but there are too many cars.
Lin Luo complained.
Chi Wei Ding whispered, the third ring road inside was never planned properly, the outer third ring should be broader.
How long will it take to arrive?
Suo Fong asked softly.
Half an hour. If the jam keeps up, then just forget what I said.
Lin Luo tapped her phone while speaking. I will not go back. Being alone is worse than waiting here with you.
Lin Luo pouted. Where are uncle and aunt? Wu Qingyu asked. They are traveling around the world.
Lin Luo put her phone down and sighed. I also want to go, but work holds me back.
Forget it, money is not worth fighting with.
Lin Luo gave an awkward laugh and then firmly said, besides, without me your career will fall into chaos. Wu Qingyu tried to comfort, do not worry, it will not.
I am not at ease at all.
Lin Luo said seriously. Wu Qingyu rolled her eyes, stopping her teasing, because what she said was true.
She quickly asked, by the way, did you book the hotel?
It is fine, your house has many rooms, everyone can sleep separately.
Wu Qingyu said casually.
Yun Han whispered, it does not seem good, if paparazzi catch it we will be on headlines.
Yun Han, we already slept together for many days on Xianyu Island, why fear paparazzi now?
Wu Qingyu was speechless and continued, even if they catch us it does not matter, they will not dare publish it.
The paparazzi
NK
cannot
books.
enter, rest assured.
Chi Wei Ding said coldly, her compound is not simple.
Fine, then I will trouble you one night.
Yun Han looked at Suo Fong, he nodded. Chi Wei Ding also nodded without speaking.
Perhaps thanks to Suo Feng's lucky aura, half an hour later the nanny car stopped at G Family's parking lot.
Sister Nyo got off, leading everyone smoothly into the grand hall on the first floor. G Family, one of the top 10 restaurants in Jinghai, famous for its G Family roasted duck, known as the best.
The receptionist greeted politely, hello, do you have a reservation? Yes. Lin Luo reported the number and surname. All right, please come this way to the third floor.
The receptionist glanced at Suo Fong and Wu Qingyu, feeling they looked familiar.
Wow, is that not the star Wu Chengyu?
Just as they were about to go upstairs, 3 people entered, 2 men and 1 woman, dressed richly. The one speaking was the woman, about 25, with long messy black hair. Her figure was good, but her haughty face made people dislike her.
Who are you?
Wu Qingyu turned, not recognizing her.
You do not know me?
Huang Zhao's smug face stiffened.
Wu Qingyu replied, why should I know you? Huang Xiao restrained her arrogance and introduced, I am Huang Xiao, remember? If you do not remember, fine, but how dare you call me unreasonable? Huang Xiao flared. Then tell me, why must I know you?
Wu Qingyu asked patiently, since anyone here at G Family must have background. 2 years ago, at Hu Family's banquet, I was scolded by you. Wu Qingyu frowned, trying to recall. Lin Luo suddenly remembered, I got it, someone poured red wine on you, you scolded her, it seemed to be this woman.
Yes, but why did she pour wine on me? Wu Qingyu doubted.
Chi Wei Ding whispered, at that time Zhang Ji kept pestering you, and she was his fiancée.
So it was not my fault? Wu Qingyu understood. Lin Luo nodded, of course not. Then why are you arrogant?
Wu Qingyu glared at Huang Xiao.
Not your fault? Because of you Zhang Ji never married me. Huang Xiao shouted angrily. That means you lack charm.
Wu Qingyu replied coldly. Huang Xiao wanted to argue more but was stopped by a man beside her. Brother Choi, why stop me, she complained. Suo Fong stayed silent, this woman changed face too fast.
Do not bother with such a woman, meaningless. Chue Rong laughed. Such a woman?
Wu Qingyu's eyelid twitched.
Another man spoke, "This is Ji family's restaurant, you are not welcome, please leave."
He was Ji Shubing, second young master of Ji
family, 24 years old, a famous playboy. Are you sure?
Shi Wei Ding's voice turned cold, her icy eyes fixed on him.
Of course sure.
Ji Shubing trembled, staring at her. She seemed familiar but he could not recall.
Others may think Ji family belongs to you.
Lin Luo glared at Huang Xiao, almost wanting to slap her.
Shut up, who are you to speak here? Ji Shubing shouted. Ji family is not for you to discuss. Chapter 1143, First Class and Out of Rank. Hit.
Tai Vi Din lifted her chin slightly.
So Fong and Van Han were stunned. What was this? Yes.
Uncle Hui straightened his back and strode toward Kai Su Bin.
Is this about to be a fight?
Boy Dung frowned, quietly stepping aside, deciding to observe.
My lady is not for you to insult.
Uncle Loi just reached Kai Su Bin when he was kicked away, crashing into a tall porcelain vase and shattering it.
Boom! Kai Su Bin rolled his eyes and fainted. Go!
Tai Vi Din's cold voice rang out. Uncle Hui calmly returned to her side as if nothing had happened.
The female attendant trembled on the ground. The one beaten was the second young master.
Tai Vi Din lowered her gaze and said calmly, when he wakes, if he wants to regain his honor, let him come to the Tai family.
Tai family?
The attendant stammered, body shaking.
Yes. She was already terrified, knowing the Tai family was untouchable. Are you from the Tai family? Boy Dung asked. Tai Vi Din asked back, are you from the Loi family? Master, shall we change the restaurant? Tai Vi Din asked So Fong, her eyes seeking his opinion. You decide, I am not familiar.
So Fong smiled calmly.
Then change, Uncle Hui? Tai Vi Din asked softly. Uncle Hui replied after a pause, Lotus Lake is 10 minutes away by car. Then we go there. Tai Vi Din nodded, leaving KYS behind. Lotus Lake is not bad.
No Tin Noyet glanced at Huang Tu and followed happily. The place was a steakhouse owned by the Tran family.
Sister Vi Din, you were so impressive.
Van Han held her hand with admiration.
Really? Tai Vi Din smiled, mood brightened. So Fong asked with a smile, not afraid he will trouble you?
So Fong, do not worry, in Qinghai City, those daring to provoke Tai family are very few.
No Tin Noyet said firmly. So Fong suddenly asked, can you tell me about the main powers in this city? Uncle Hui. Tai Vi Din signaled.
The city's forces are divided into 3 ranks and out of rank, first rank being strongest.
Uncle Hui explained while opening the car, there are 8 great families, namely Tai, Mo Dung, No, Zhang, Tran, Huang, Doi, and Kentucky.
All others are lesser and not worth mention.
He added, Tai family is the strongest. The 3 just now were from them? Van Han asked nervously.
The one beaten was Kai's second son, another from Loi family. As for Huang Tu, likely not Huang family.
Uncle Hui said calmly. Huang family is known for good manners. So that is it, NK Books. No Tin Noyet nodded. She muttered, so annoying, no more roasted duck from Kai family. Uncle Hui, find a way to poach Kai's chef. Tai Vi Din said coldly. Uncle Hui was silent then replied, yes. No need, it is only roast duck. No Tin Noyet blushed, she had only joked.
Tai Vi Din remained cold, no problem, we can open Tai family roast duck.
Good idea, I will help advertise.
No Tin Noyet sighed in relief.
After 10 minutes, their car stopped before the Lotus Lake.
This time no incident, they were let inside, separated by wooden screens giving an ancient feel.
This place is nice. Van Han whispered. Here is the menu. The waiter handed it over. Roast steak, medium rare, plus 6 wine glasses. Tay Vi Din closed the menu calmly. Sorry, no outside wine.
The waiter despised inwardly but smiled.
Tay Vi Din said evenly, call Tran Phuong to speak with me.
Tran Phuong, the owner, was half a friend of hers.
She tapped the table gently, face blank. Wine glasses right away.
The waiter sweated, realizing who she was, cursing his luck.
Wait, I also want roast steak, medium rare. No tin noi yet called. All right, and you?
The waiter turned to So Phuong and the girl.
Black pepper steak, rare. So Phuong smiled. All right. He wrote it down. The girl still hesitated, she wanted too many dishes. Van Han, eat more.
Tay Vi Din said softly.
Then I will not hold back.
Van Han pointed, this, and this, all medium well.
The waiter froze, stunned. Chapter 1144, One Gulp of Frustration. No problem.
The waiter forced a smile. Right, remember not to serve everything at once, bring a dish every 10 minutes.
So Phuong instructed. All right. The waiter forced another smile, then turned and left.
Soon, food in 6 tall glasses were placed on the table.
Shall I pour the wine for you? The waiter asked politely. Go. Tay Vi Din replied, immediately asking Uncle Hui to bring out the Bai Wei Gu. Boom. What wine is this?
The waiter muttered, reaching for the red bottle.
Wait, do you know how to open this wine? Uncle Hui frowned, stopping him. The waiter was surprised. Usually.
Step aside, I will serve this table.
A cold female voice came from behind. Yes.
The waiter sighed in relief. It was Tran Phuong, the Lotus Pond owner. Tran Phuong, 26 years old, 1 meter 70 tall, well-proportioned, delicate features, the kind that becomes more charming the longer you look. Vi Din, I never thought you would take out Bai Wei Gu, truly surprising. Tran Phuong carefully checked the bottle, confirming it was genuine.
Tay Vi Din looked up. Want to drink? Then I will not be polite.
Tran Phuong smiled, waved, a chin, bring another glass.
Yes. The waiter named a chin hurried, heart trembling, was that really Bai Wei Gu?
Let me introduce, I am Tran Phuong, Lotus Pond owner. She held the bottle with one hand, extended the other to So Phuong. Tran Phuong smiled, I know you, I am half your fan.
So Phuong frowned, listening silently. I will watch directly.
Tran Phuong shifted attention to the girl. Hello, Van Han.
Hello. Van Han politely smiled. No problem, I help for free. Tran Phuong generously, considerate making friends.
In her heart she laughed, just one sip of Bai Wei Gu was worth it.
Open the wine. Tay Vi Din glanced. Okay, Tay Ba King.
Tran Phuong prepared to open the bottle.
Tay Vi Din's mouth twitched. Tay Ba King?
So Phuong raised his brows, curious.
Tay Vi Din refused to explain, nothing. Tay Ba King means.
Tran Phuong started, but seeing Tay Vi Din's cold eyes, she stopped.
She coughed, focused on opening, cleaned the seal, heated the neck, chilled in ice. Is opening wine so complicated? Van Han asked.
Normal wine no, just open and let breathe. Tran Phuong explained, but Bai Wei Gu needs this to reach peak flavor. After more than 10 minutes, steak was served.
Boom. The meat still steaming, faint rose aroma made Van Han widen eyes. Rose steak is our signature.
Tran Phuong said, taking Bai Wei Gu from ice, pulling the cork. The pale red wine poured into the decanter, needed 10 more minutes.
So tender, truly rose flavor.
Van Han tasted, totally different.
Not bad.
So Phuong nodded, the black pepper fillet was also good.
Just ordinary. Tay Vi Din set cutlery down. This ordinary? Tran Phuong rolled eyes, this was her proud dish.
Yes, she invented it, later loved by high ladies.
Not as tasty as So Fong's cooking,
Tai Vai Din said flatly.
Tran Phuong's mouth twitched, thinking nonsense. So Fong smiled wryly, stayed silent.
All right, drink.
Tran Phuong exhaled, poured wine for everyone. So excited.
No Tin Noyet quickly picked up her glass, the red glow made her swallow.
Uncle Hui stirred, Miss, this is against rules. Tai Vai Din asked, what rules? Master and servant different, that is rule. Uncle Hui bowed. You grew up with me, like half father, drink this glass. Tai Vai Din handed over. Miss.
His lips trembled.
Her voice calm, no more words. Yes. He wiped his hands, solemnly accepted. Sounds nice. So Fong swirled the glass, red wine glimmered.
He sipped,
books.
Eyes closed.
Hick. A burp drew all eyes. So good, much better than ours.
Van Han burped, her glass empty, face flushed.
You drank it in one gulp?
Tran Phuong stared.
Yes.
Van Han burped again, cheeks pink.
Chapter 1145, A Good Match. Isn't this just fruit wine?
Van Han was puzzled. She could not taste much alcohol, only a faint sweet fragrance. White whiskey should be savored slowly, but its aftertaste is quite strong. Wu Tingyue smiled helplessly, drinking it could never be like drinking plain water. Chen Fong's lips twitched, that girl was truly wasting heaven's gift. Do not underestimate that half glass, if sold it would be worth millions.
The aftertaste seems to be rising. Van Han felt dizzy. Eat more meat.
Sua Fong sighed, cutting the steak and feeding her piece by piece.
Do you want some hangover soup?
Chen Fong swirled her wineglass, she still had not tasted a sip of the 100,000 wine. Sua Fong softly refused, no need, just eat more meat to fill the stomach. Chen Fong did not think much, took a sip of white whiskey, closed her eyes to savor, the pale red liquid slid down her throat, first sweet, then the wine's aroma, finally an endless orange aftertaste. A sip worth $1 million. Lin Lu swallowed hard, wishing to sell the glass for millions.
Not tasty?
Wu Tingyue smacked her lips, tilting her head to ask.
Delicious.
Lin Lu grew tense, quickly shifted aside, afraid her wine would be taken. Wu Tingyue sighed regretfully and bent to eat her steak. Tai Whiting put down her glass and murmured, not bad.
Just not bad? Chen Fong rolled her eyes, all elegance gone. Yes. Tai Whiting answered coldly. Chen Fong went silent, throwing her a disdainful glance.
A Zhang brought another steak for the girl, clearing her plate away.
Sua Fong, would you like to taste? Van Han blushed.
He slowly finished his glass, pondering what kind of wine to brew after the winery was built. He remembered some recipes that seemed even better than white whiskey.
I am full and a bit tipsy.
Wu Tingyue set down her plate, her cheeks glowing as if painted red.
Lucky we came to this shop today.
Chen Fong sighed, she loved wine, but it was her first time tasting white whiskey, feeling as if death held no regret. She left and soon returned, handing out black cards. This is the Lotus Pond black card, from now on all spending is half price.
Hard to accept.
Sua Fong refused. Chen Fong raised her brows, tucked the card into his pocket and laughed. Consider it friendship, after all I just drank a sip worth millions.
Then I shall not decline.
Wu Tingyue blushed and accepted the card.
Of course, you are all my friends. Chen Fong waved, then walked away. Van Han puffed her cheeks, what's with her? Drunk. Sua Fong whispered, watching her back fade.
Her drinking capacity is worse than mine. Van Han muttered and returned to her steak. Tai Whiting pursed her lips, then nodded, recalling she had first met Chen Fong through wine, and somehow they had become friends, though barely.
Indeed. Wu Tingyue sighed.
Half an hour later, they left the Lotus Pond full and drunk. Since Uncle Hui had also drunk, they had to call a driver.
Garden 7. Wu Tingyue reported. Garden 7? The one in Second Ring Road?
The driver was startled. Of course, money alone could not buy a villa there.
Lin Lu retorted, "What, is there another Garden 7 in Jinghai?" "Understood."
The driver turned serious, eyes fixed ahead.
"This wine's aftertaste is so strong."
Wu Tingyue tied up her hair, feeling hot all over.
"I feel dizzy too,"
Lin Lu said, thankfully not too drunk.
She whispered, "Whiting, how do you feel?" "All right."
Tai Whiting murmured, her eyelids heavy.
"And you, Suo Feng?"
Lin Lu looked at him.
"I am fine." Suo Feng smiled, drunk and dizzy?
Impossible, even a whole bottle of white whiskey would not faze him.
Mum.
Suo Feng looked down at the girl sleeping on his lap, smiling wryly yet full of affection. After another half hour, Tai Whiting lowered the window to verify. The car entered Garden 7 and stopped before a 3-story villa by the lake. The driver left under security's watch.
Click. The villa door opened, the housekeeper greeted them. "Miss, are you drunk?" An Zhang asked. Worriedly. "Do not worry, I understand."
An Zhang nodded, leading Tai Whiting inside.
"Uncle, we watched them go, standing a while before leaving." "An Zhang, I want ice cream."
Wu Tingyue pouted, slumping on the sofa. She was a regular here.
"I will fetch it."
Lin Lu staggered into the kitchen.
An Zhang is always so nagging.
Lin Lu chuckled.
"Sit down, I will make some soup to sober up."
An Zhang said, her gaze falling on Suo Feng repeatedly, remembering this was the first time her lady had brought a male friend home. Even more handsome than expected, a good match for the lady.
That was An Zhang's final conclusion. Chapter 1146, Lift Up High.
Only now did he have time to observe Tai Vai Din's house. Entering was the living room, decorated in a lightly luxurious style, not too many complex colors in sight, whether soft furnishings or hard, all unified in shades of gray, low-key yet still elegant.
"Ice cream is here." Lam Lo took out a popsicle. "Cool down a little."
No Tin Noyet opened the wrapper, taking a bite that ate more than half the bar. Eating ice cream now, later still drinking hangover soup, hot and cold mixing, be careful of diarrhea.
So Fong whispered.
"I will not drink hangover soup, I will sleep after eating the ice cream, I am sleepy."
No Tin Noyet murmured.
The housekeeper came out of the kitchen, kindly
NK
saying,
books.
"The hangover soup is cooking, I will prepare guest rooms for you."
"Yes."
Tai Vai Din answered, then stayed dazed, eyes fixed on So Fong.
"What is it?" So Fong asked, waving a hand before her.
She did not reply, still staring, no one knew what she thought.
"Well, I will check the soup."
So Fong laid the girl down properly, then went to the kitchen, avoiding Tai Vai Din's gaze. When he returned, Lam Lo and No Tin Noyet had gone upstairs to rest, only Tai Vai Din still sat there. "The rooms are ready, after drinking soup you should sleep." The housekeeper came down. "Okay." So Fong agreed. The housekeeper soon brought the soup, only then did Tai Vai Din come back to herself, holding the porcelain bowl, sipping little by little. "Van Han, wake, drink the soup then sleep again." So Fong gently woke the girl. After a while, he put down the bowl, carried her upstairs. He looked at Tai Vai Din, speaking, "Rest early, whatever it is, talk tomorrow."
"Yes, good night."
Tai Vai Din lifted her eyes.
Creak.
So Fong opened the room door, placed the girl onto the large soft bed, turned to bathe.
So Fong. Van Han's voice called. "I am here, what is it?" He quickly turned back. Her pretty face flushed, she raised her hands, eyes dreamy as she looked at him, softly saying, "Want kiss, want hug, want lift up high." He froze, then smiled with affection, bending down to hold her, kissing, hugging, lifting her up high. After coaxing her to sleep, dawn was near. "Mark!" The command echoed in his mind. Still a little not used to it. He smiled wryly,
entering the bathroom.
Morning of the next day. Aha!
He opened his eyes, the girl still sleeping beside. Little lazy pig. He poked her cheek, she turned, burying face in pillow. He got up, washed with the brush and towel the housekeeper prepared, tied back his hair, took phone downstairs.
Mr. So, awake so early? The housekeeper came out, still sleepy. Good morning. He smiled. She laughed. I will wash, then prepare breakfast, soon you can eat. Let me cook breakfast, he said, entering the kitchen. Ah, how can I let you, you are a guest. She hurried to follow. Do not worry, I am used to it.
He smiled, gently pushing her out, open fridge, pleased with the ingredients. She looked from the doorway, assured he would not blow up the kitchen. Housekeeper, today's breakfast is rich.
No tin no yet exclaimed. Ah, So Fong cooked.
Her beautiful eyes shone, she quickly pulled a chair, grabbed chopsticks, bit a big bun, eating half in one bite. Soup dripped down her lip, rich meat flavor conquered her tongue.
Delicious.
She mumbled praise.
Eat slower. He removed apron, stepping out. She drank milk, spilling half, swallowed, then asked, You rose early, not tired? Not sleepy. He shook his head. Good morning. Lam Lo and the girl came down, followed by Tae Vi Din, already washed. So Fong cooked? Tae Vi Din frowned, glancing at the housekeeper. Miss, I.
The housekeeper gave a bitter smile, wanting to explain.
Why frown so early?
He tapped her head, laughing. Housekeeper stopping me is useless.
She widened eyes, shocked he dared touch the young lady. Did he want to die? Her face looked as if seeing a ghost. Why was he fine? Housekeeper, sit and eat together. No tin no yet invited. She shook her head. No, I cannot. Sit. Tae Vi Din's tone was calm. Yes, miss. Reluctantly she sat one seat away. Oh, so tasty. Lam Lo bit half a bun, eyes sparkling. Really so good? The housekeeper doubted, taking a bun.
She tore it. Inside the pork filling had mushrooms, celery, and water chestnut. Looked ordinary. How could it taste so good?
Chapter 1147, Stay Over. Tae Vi Din brought them to the villa, pointing as she introduced, This is the place, its layout is like my house. Ah, then in the future I will be Vi Din's sister's neighbor?
Van Han's eyes widened, her heart a little excited.
Yes. Tae Vi Din nodded, her eyes flickering. Lam Lo pushed the front door, smiling softly, Come in and have a look. Lam Lo opened the room and said, Inside is fully renovated, you can move in right away, or change as you like.
They entered in turn. The villa, though simple in decoration, was clearly costly. Both soft and hard furnishings were expensive. Very good, no need to redecorate. Van Han's eyes sparkled. She ran to the kitchen to look around, then to the bathroom and bedroom. Everything pleased her.
How is it? Tae Vi Din asked softly. Very good, I am satisfied. So Fong looked at every floor, already decided. After excitement passed, Van Han worried about money, asking, So Fong, do you really want to buy?
So Fong rubbed her head, not answering, but smiled at Vi Din, swiped the card.
Uncle Hui. Tae Vi Din signaled.
So Fong swiped swiftly. Within minutes his phone received confirmation. The bank also called. In less than 5 minutes 80 million yuan was spent.
From now this is our home.
So Fong playfully pinched the girl's cheek, feeling lighter inside. Keep the property papers safe.
Tae Vi Din reminded. Yes. Van Han nodded seriously. So Fong asked with a smile, What for lunch? I will cook. Anything you make is good.
No tin no yet replied casually.
Alright, then let's buy food outside, also daily goods at the supermarket.
So Fong took the girl's hand and left. No tin no yet waved, sat on the sofa. You go, I cannot, being recognized is trouble.
I will drive you. Lam Lo took keys and followed. Three of them
NK
drove to the
books.
nearest store.
Te Vidin watched, then ordered, Uncle Hui, let Madame Tron help clean the rooms.
Yes. Uncle Hui answered and left.
No Tin Noyet sighed on the sofa, so good, I want to buy a house here too.
Really? Te Vidin glanced.
No, why buy so many houses? With you and So Fong I can stay here anytime, you will not chase me away, right?
No Tin Noyet laughed. Yes, you can move in too. Te Vidin said seriously. Te Vidin nodded, waiting for them to return.
Soon Madame Tron followed Uncle Hui back, holding cleaning tools, ready to work.
Mississippi. Madame Tron greeted. Te Vidin nodded, begin, clean everywhere. Uncle Hui, call more cleaners. Te Vidin said.
Uncle Hui quickly called, Madame Tron sighed relief, started scrubbing. I nap a bit, when So Fong returns wake me. No Tin Noyet lay on sofa, full and sleepy.
Te Vidin browsed phone, replied casually.
After 2 hours, Lam Lo and So Fong returned, this time parking in basement 2, then by elevator to the first floor living room.
Lam Lo explained,
this villa has 5 levels, 2 underground and 3 above ground, with elevator convenient. Basement 2 is garage, basement 1 for nanny, laundry, cinema, and card room.
First floor is living room and kitchen, second and third floors are bedrooms and study, top terrace has sunroom also gym.
Front yard has flowers, backyard has pool, tea room and grill.
No Tin Noyet woke up, asked curiously, you are back, what did you buy? 3 sets of bedding, also pots, bowls and other stuff.
Van Han put down bags, wiping sweat. Sit and rest, next time hire a nanny, no need to run around.
No Tin Noyet said. No plan to hire. Van Han shook head, doing myself makes life joyful.
No Tin Noyet stunned, then smiled bitterly, impressive, I cannot.
I prepare lunch. So Fong carried food into kitchen.
Van Han received water from Vidin, then called, So Fong, rest a while before cooking.
I am not tired. So Fong replied. All right, I help you. Van Han went in. Te Vidin asked at the door, need my help? No. Just wait for food. Van Han laughed. Okay.
Te Vidin left, sat with No Tin Noyet.
Wonder what Nu Nok and Waimong are doing now.
No Tin Noyet checked her feed, saw no update.
Ask later. She put down phone, after a while smelling aroma ran into kitchen. Chapter 1148, A New Decision.
Nan Nu Nok stood at the wooden house door and called out, Sister, lunch is ready. Nan Ton Nok was chopping wood, she put down the axe and replied, I know, I am coming. Today was the second day the sisters returned to Dian Mountain, since the wooden house had been empty for long it lost electricity, they could only cook by burning firewood. Nan Ton Nok clapped her hands, went to the nearby stream to wash, then returned. Lunch was cooked by Nan Nu Nok, wild greens stir-fried with meat and wild vegetable soup. It feels like being back on Huin Noyet Island. Nan Ton Nok sat down and took the chopsticks from her sister.
Nan Nu Nok said innocently, yes, it feels that way. Eat, this afternoon we go to Tuan Mountain. Nan Ton Nok suddenly said. So soon? Nan Nu Nok's hand shook holding the chopsticks, she lowered her head sadly. Do you not want to go?
Nan Ton Nok looked at her, softened her voice, if not, we can go tomorrow.
Nan Nu Nok's eyes reddened, she forced a smile, I want to, this afternoon is fine, it is not far. Good, we must face it.
Nan Ton Nok gently stroked her sister's head.
Yes.
Nan Nu Nok nodded, put meat in her mouth, chewed then murmured, Sister, I miss So Fong in them.
I miss them too.
Nan Ton Nok sighed, her gaze fell on the phone on the table, already shut down since yesterday. If I had known the power would go out, I would have brought 2 power banks. Nan Nu Nok bit her chopsticks, her phone was off too. Nan Ton Nok placed meat in her bowl, tomorrow we go to the city, find a good doctor to do the surgery first. Nan Nunak stopped chewing. After a pause she whispered, "Sister, I thought it through. Whether to do surgery or not does not matter, like now is fine."
Nu Nok.
Nan Ton Nok was startled. "The scar has faded a lot, hair can cover it, do not waste money,"
Nan Nu Nok said firmly.
Nan Ton Nok shook her head, voice resolute, "No, for your future happiness, this surgery must be done." Nan Nu Nok hesitated, "But it is expensive, nearly 100,000.
We have money, 33 million yuan, rest assured.
Nan Ton Nok spoke with strength. 30 million was prize money from second place in a contest, 3 million was from viewer gifts. Nan Ton Nok coaxed, "You want to learn dance, after surgery you can." She smiled bitterly, "Wait until after surgery, do not expect too much now."
So Fong will not lie to us, you know. Nan Nu Nok argued.
That is true. Nan Ton Nok was stunned, then nodded, never doubting So Fong's character.
No more talk, eat, we must go to Tuan Mountain this afternoon. Nan Nu Nok changed topic.
3 years ago, a fire burned the mountain bare. It took nearly 2 years to recover. Green once again covered the peak. At 3 in the afternoon, the sisters climbed to the top of Tuan Mountain. The top was full of weeds, only a solitary stone stele stood.
Here we are.
Nan Nu Nok panted. Before them was the stele, the words carved had blurred.
Father, I come with Nu Nok to visit you.
Nan Ton Nok put down the basket. Inside were wild fruits and cakes from the city. She took out the axe, cleared weeds and vines around. After more than 20 minutes, the 2-meter circle around the stele was clean. Nan Ton Nok placed incense and fruits, took out a lighter to light them.
Sister, do not light
NK
fire.
Books.
Nan Nu Nok's voice trembled. I know.
Nan Ton Nok nodded, put the lighter away, placed incense unlit before the stele.
Father, I miss you so much. Nan Nu Nok cried, scattering spirit paper. The sisters hugged, wept for half an hour until stopping, their eyes red and sore. Do not cry, cry too much and your eyes will be damaged. Nan Ton Nok sobbed, wiping tears from her. You too. Nan Nu Nok's mouth twisted.
She suddenly remembered, hurriedly took red paint and brush, carefully retraced the letters with her sister.
Let's go, we must return. Nan Ton Nok put away the brush.
Staggered to her feet, helped her sister up.
Father, we go, next time we will come again.
Nan Nu Nok touched the stele, left the remaining paper on top, then reluctantly descended with her sister. By dusk, they were back at Dian Mountain wooden house.
Sister, tomorrow we go? Nan Nu Nok asked hoarsely. Yes, rest early tonight.
Nan Ton Nok answered. From Dian Mountain to the county took half a day by mountain road, then 2 hours by tricycle, then bus to the hospital.
I wonder what So Fong is doing now.
Nan Ton Nok turned westward, her thoughts already far away. The sun had fully set, leaving red clouds. Half an hour later darkness fell, only the weak light flickered in the house.
Chapter 1149, Uncle Hui makes a move.
Quick, give me the oil bowl, brush a layer of oil on the chicken feet first. No Tin Noyet called out. Here. Lin Lu quickly handed over the crystal oil bowl.
Tonight's dinner was barbecue, celebrating So Fong's move into a new house, with ingredients sent by Tai Vai Din.
Smells so good, just sprinkle some dill and it's ready to eat. Van Han turned the skewer, brushed chili sauce first, then sprinkled dill powder. Here. She handed the skewer to So Fong.
So Fong, tomorrow we need to record, don't forget. No Tin Noyet reminded.
So Fong nodded with a smile, okay, I won't forget. No Tin Noyet added, alright, tonight I'll stay at your place, tomorrow we go to the studio together.
All good. So Fong shrugged.
No Tin Noyet asked again, when will you go to Dai Mong Trake, call me then.
After finishing the song, not urgent. So Fong thought but didn't say. Fine, you must call me. No Tin Noyet urged. Oh my, you don't have that much free time to play. Lin Lu muttered. No Tin Noyet narrowed her eyes. Is the schedule full? Almost. Lin Lu grunted. You want to tire me to death? No Tin Noyet raised her voice. Not so much, just singing in a few notices. Lin Lu shrank. And what else? No Tin Noyet pressed. 3 endorsements, 5 magazine covers. Lin Lu whispered.
Lin Lu coughed and laughed, also spring gala rehearsal and guesting at Lang Fong's year-end concert.
You really want me dead tired. No Tin Noyet scolded, why accept so many gigs? Too many indeed. No Tin Noyet nearly went crazy.
Lin Lu hurried to comfort, don't worry, shooting and endorsements won't be hard.
I'll be dead tired.
No Tin Noyet rolled her eyes, appetite fading.
Lin Lu continued, if all goes well, you'll still have 4 or 5 days rest.
Hope so, after this half year I need 2 months rest.
No Tin Noyet sighed.
Impossible, no works for half a year will lose fans.
Lin Lu said seriously. Don't joke, as my assistant you won't earn money. So Fong chuckled. Hey, we agreed before, don't cheat. No Tin Noyet yelled. So Fong helpless, those words were jokes.
Lin Lu said, 2 months rest is impossible, unless you release an album twice a year to keep heat.
Heaven, stop talking, I lost appetite.
No Tin Noyet covered his mouth.
Busy is good, can earn much money. Van Han murmured. Exactly. Lin Lu echoed.
No Tin Noyet pinched the girl's cheek, busy 1 or 2 months fine, but half a year non-stop is too much.
Busy half a year, earn billions, worth it. Lin Lu insisted. Ah, Sister Tin Noyet busy half a year can earn billions? Van Han widened eyes.
Of course, one luxury endorsement can bring hundreds of millions, plus ads and TV guesting, each episode tens of thousands.
Lin Lu counted. So being a star pays so much. Van Han admired. No Tin Noyet teased, hee hee, want to debut with me? No, I have no talent.
Van Han shook her head.
Why, your singing is sweet. No Tin Noyet said. Van Han wavered, but shook head, softly, I'll follow So Fong, he needs me. So Fong chuckled bitterly. Right. So Fong nodded thick-faced, not wanting her to enter the risky showbiz. Forget it. No Tin Noyet gave up. After over an hour, they sat in the yard after eating. So Fong, spar? Tay Vi Din stood up. All right, let's see your progress. So Fong clapped, they faced off. He gestured her to attack. Careful. Tay Vi Din warned, then struck. Slow.
So Fong dodged, grabbed her ankle, easily immobilized her.
Uncle Huey's eyes shrank, staring at So Fong. Continue. So Fong released. Tay Vi Din inhaled, tried new moves. He advanced, shoulder bumped, leg hooked, knee pressed, forcing her down. So Fong frowned, unstable base, how long since training basics? Not good, must strengthen fundamentals. So Fong pulled her up. Uncle Hui was shocked. Young lady lost without resistance. Mr. So, let me exchange a few moves with you? Books. Uncle Hui asked. Chapter 1150, Yielding in Defeat. Do you listen to my grandfather, or to me? Tay Vi Din asked coldly. Naturally, I listen to the young lady. Uncle Hui replied without hesitation. Tay Vi Din's expression improved, but her voice remained cold. Then do not cause trouble. Young lady. Uncle Hui hesitated. So Fong suddenly spoke. Uncle Hui, an injury to the muscles and bones needs 100 days, do not test recklessly. No need for Mr. So to worry, my body is still strong. Uncle Hui answered blankly. Then how about a few moves? So Fong frowned, tonight he had to show his skills. So Fong, Uncle Hui did not mean that. Tai Vai Din explained softly. So Fong smiled warmly. I know, rest assured, I will be measured. Mr. So, pardon me. Uncle Hui took a deep breath, raised his hand. Please. Shall I strike first? So Fong asked in surprise. Naturally. Uncle Hui nodded. Lam Lo tilted her head curiously. Vai Din, who is stronger? No Tin Noyet exclaimed. Ah, I remember you said Uncle Hui was once a martial arts champion, and even he cannot beat So Fong? In his youth Uncle Hui was a national martial arts champion. He had many enemies, but fate had him saved by Tai Vai Din, his grandfather, so he served the Tai family in gratitude. Go! So Fong said nothing more, pushed off with his right foot, lunged at Uncle Hui, left foot jumping forward, left hand shaped like a blade aiming at the temple. Slow down. So Fong's lips curved, his right foot landed then burst again, leaping forward, his left hand changed to a claw, precisely gripping Uncle Hui's wrist. At the same time he turned his back, shoulder crashed into Uncle Hui's shoulder, then with arm strength easily flipped him over. Bang! Luckily the ground was grass, and Uncle Hui's strong body was unhurt. Tai Vai Din's lips parted, her mind replayed So Fong's sequence, realizing she could not avoid it. Uncle Hui lay stunned, staring at So Fong half smiling, mind in chaos. What just happened? Uncle Hui, are you alright? So Fong pulled him up, brushing off the grass and dust. Nothing. Uncle Hui regained composure, sighed. Now it is the world of you young ones, I yield in defeat. So Fong only smiled. Uncle Hui, are you alright? Tai Vai Din asked coldly. Thank you young lady for caring, I am fine, Mr. So was merciful. Yes. Uncle Hui smiled slightly, then left. Tai Vai Din responded, continued sparring with So Fong. Though she lost again and again, her eyes shone brighter. You continue, I will wash up. Van Han, bored, went to the bathroom. Little Han Han, let us bathe together. No Tin Noyet quickly followed. Count me in. Lam Lo chuckled. Van Han gently refused. No, 3 will be crowded. Not at all, I saw your bathroom is huge, 3 can roll inside. No Tin Noyet's loud voice rang. So Fong laughed bitterly, blocked Tai Vai Din, then pressed her down. Are you hurt? He pulled her up. Nothing, continue. Her face blushed red. So Fong nodded, corrected her moves. More than an hour later he waved. Enough, bare hand practice ends here, next is weapons. Let me rest. Tai Vai Din panted, soaked in sweat. Alright, rest half an hour. He nodded. He went upstairs, brought wooden staffs. Will you teach me staff techniques? She asked. Yes, wooden staff is easiest to find and use. He handed her one. During the break I will demonstrate basics. All right. She breathed deeply, focused. He spun the staff, then displayed fundamental forms. Hoo. She watched seriously, eyes full of awe, fearing if struck she would be injured. Over 10 minutes later he stopped, face calm, no sign of fatigue. He rested the staff on his shoulder. How much did you grasp? 3 parts. She answered honestly, stood up. 3 parts? He frowned, then nodded with satisfaction. Grasping 3 parts is already good. She asked. Then shall we begin? Not yet, I will show how to counter moves, do not rush. He said calmly. She pursed her lips, sat again. He continued to wield the staff, this time slower, patiently explaining key points. She nodded occasionally, immersed in the knowledge. Truly diligent. On the villa's balcony upstairs, Van Han and No Tin Noyet sat by the window. Do you want to apply masks? Lam Lo's voice sounded. Yes. Masks, may I apply too? Of course, skincare should be early, now only hydration is needed. Chapter 1151, Skills and Talent. By the villa lake, So Fong and Van Han had already woken up, brushing their teeth together in the bathroom. What are we having for breakfast today? From the living room came No Tin Noyet's voice. She too woke up early. Just eat something simple, we need to go to the recording studio. So Fong replied. Got it. He responded. When they finished washing and appeared at Tay Vai Din in the villa, it was already half an hour later. Sit down quickly. Lam Lo did not act like a guest. She took the spoon and helped scoop the porridge. Breakfast today was porridge with pickles, stir-fried greens, soy milk, and fried dough sticks. What time do we leave? So Fong asked while eating. Let's go. He replied. Vai Din, do you want to go too? No Tin Noyet asked as Tay Vai Din came downstairs, walking oddly. Tay Vai Din shook her head and said softly, Today I want to go back to the Tay family. I see. Are you feeling unwell? No Tin Noyet asked curiously. Tay Vai Din explained, Yesterday I trained too hard, my muscles are sore. You are too reckless. No Tin Noyet said, massaging her shoulders. Tay Vai Din twitched her mouth, the massage only made it worse. After half an hour, the group got in the car and left garden number 7, heading straight to the recording studio. Lam Lo stepped on the brake at the red light, then asked, So Fong, when will you take the driving test? You need to buy a car. Ah, you haven't learned? Van Han looked surprised. So Fong chuckled proudly, self-taught is enough, driving is not hard. Don't fool around, you must enroll properly. Van Han pouted seriously. I can already drive, the test is just for the license. So Fong said helplessly, with his current intelligence, driving was easy to learn. Really? Van Han doubted. Of course, want me to drive now? He suggested. No Tin Noyet quickly stopped him, angrily, Don't, I want to live, wait until you have the license. Right, without a license it's forbidden, don't rely on luck, if caught it's trouble. Lam Lo pressed the gas and sped up. Van Han nodded, saying, That's right, safety is first, if you drive recklessly your family will shed tears. Now that's better. Lam Lo sighed, checked the rear-view mirror, then turned left off the avenue. How long until we arrive? Van Han asked, a bit bored. In fact it was shorter, in just over 10 minutes they stopped at the parking lot of the studio. Lam Lo got out and took out her phone to call. We're here, the studio is on the 8th floor, the sound engineer is ready, hopefully we can finish this morning. I work with this studio long term, so don't be nervous, just sing well. No Tin Noyet patted his shoulder. So Fong smirked, nervous? Impossible. After registering at the lobby, they took the elevator to the 8th floor. As the door opened, a middle-aged man with long hair came out, radiating an artistic aura. Director Zhang, sorry to keep you waiting. Lam Lo greeted. It's fine, I just arrived. The man replied with a laugh. Sorry to trouble you again. No Tin Noyet smiled, clearly familiar. It's just my job. Director Zhang smiled, his eyes fell on So Fong and the girl, staring longer. No Tin Noyet whispered, he is the studio manager and this time's producer, very capable. Hello. So Fong extended his hand politely. Director Zhang shook it, laughing, So Fong, right? Yes. He replied surprised. Haha, I often see you on Hot Search, already a star. Director Zhang teased, radiating friendliness. Not really, just an ordinary man. So Fong said modestly. So humble. Director Zhang said, then walked, let's go to the studio, you must be eager. No rush, we can take our time. Lam Lo replied with a smile. Don't be fooled by his easygoing smile, in fact he is flattering, if you have no power he won't be nice. No Tin Noyet whispered. Van Han muttered, but So Fong and I have no power. So Fong smirked, being protected again, not so pleasant. Just a single track. Lam Lo answered instead. A single track, not planning an album?
I remember Tin Noyet hasn't released one for a long time.
Director Zhang laughed. Just over a year, not long. Lam Lo said, looking at No Tin Noyet with dissatisfaction.
She frowned and signaled Cow Sister to continue.
So Fong asked softly, you don't like him? His lifestyle is bad, I don't welcome him. She explained. I see. Then why not change partners? He asked. Although his lifestyle is bad, his skills and talent are top-notch. At least for now I can't find anyone better.
No Tin Noyet shrugged.
So Fong understood, indeed skills and talent are hard to replace. Chapter 1152, 64 split. Alright, no problem.
No Tin Noyet handed her bag to Sister Trow and stepped into the recording room.
Van Han, follow Lam Lo, don't run around. So Fong reminded, then walked in. Director Truong frowned, male and female duet? Don't worry, we already discussed it. Lam Lo gave lyrics and score, face full of confidence. Truong accepted, unconsciously humming, You are the spring grass, the autumn flying bird. Lend you blessings. Lam Lo smiled brightly. Can we start? Truong made a hand signal.
Behind the glass, No Tin Noyet put on headphones and showed an OK sign.
So Fong nodded, holding the score. First sing once to find the feeling, not recorded. Truong told the assistant. Okay. The assistant nodded.
No Tin Noyet searched her mood, then sang, In my head I think of you, in my eyes your image shines in my heart and guides me forward. She sang until the climax, so Fong finally opened his mouth. You are the spring grass, the autumn flying bird, love strong like waves, I want to run free with you in the wind and smile. His voice was clear and moving, full of youth.
Sounds good, right? Van Han smiled proudly. Very nice, this song seems tailored for him. Truong praised, he could debut as singer, with some promotion, not worse than Tin Noyet. Debut is fine, but So Fong won't like it.
Van Han shook her head.
Why? Such a voice, not debuting is a pity.
Truong was puzzled. Van Han explained, he doesn't like it, simple as that.
How was it?
No Tin Noyet removed headphones. Good, but mind your breath, last two lines trembled, focus more, now we start officially.
Truong quickly pointed out. Me?
So Fong pointed
NK
at himself.
Books. Truong raised his thumb, you are good, all aspects fine, just repeat once more. Seems you sing better than me, I'm jealous, what now? No Tin Noyet teased. Silly.
So Fong smiled, don't worry, I won't debut, no one steals your rice bowl. No Tin Noyet sincerely, honestly I hope you debut, the music world is too dull, not many who can sing well.
Not now, maybe when I can't earn money I'll consider.
So Fong said and put on headphones again.
You won't earn money?
No Tin Noyet rolled her eyes and wore headphones.
Okay.
In my head I think of you, in my eyes your image shines in my heart and guides me forward. You are the summer ice cream, the winter sleeping bag, the torch in the dark, let me become the main role of your life, your warm castle. Wonderful, this time perfect. Truong pressed button, removed noise, kept pure sound. How is it? Lam Lo asked curiously. One take pass. Truong laughed. Lam Lo was surprised, no need several times? No, this is very good, repeat won't be better.
Truong waved and polished details. How, okay.
No Tin Noyet and So Fong came out of the studio.
Perfect. Truong played back for them.
For minutes later, No Tin Noyet satisfied, exactly this feeling, same as in my heart.
So Fong, still not consider debut? Truong asked again. Not for now. So Fong shook head. What a pity. Truong sighed.
If new songs appear, maybe invite him.
No Tin Noyet said. Truong's eyes lit. Can we? Well. So Fong hesitated.
Yes, you only record the song and shoot MV, the rest promotion and selling I handle.
Share split 64, you 6 me 4, okay? Truong feared refusal, hurriedly added. No Tin Noyet signaled him to agree. All right.
So Fong smiled bitterly. Truong breathed relief, gave card, deal, save contact, when I write new song I call.
I have no card, I give you my phone number.
So Fong told number and returned card.
All right, we leave first, rest to you.
No Tin Noyet smiled.
Is Director Truong dizzy? In the elevator, Lam Lo chuckled. Chapter 1153, Hair Falling Clean.
Of course, do not forget, so Fong cooperates with Director Truong without spending a penny, he just sings, yet still gets 6 parts. No Tin Noyet spoke sourly, she felt inferior to So Fong. Van Han was startled, blinking, muttering, why do I feel it is like catching wolves with bare hands? Isn't that so, bare-handed wolf catching?
No Tin Noyet teased.
Not quite, So Fong still has to sing, that is crucial.
Lam Lo laughed.
I sing too, but Director Truong never shared 6-4 with me, it was always 3-7.
No Tin Noyet pouted, added, and it was me 3, him 7.
Do not compare, your 3-4-7 is even more unfair.
Lam Lo suppressed a laugh, patting her shoulder to comfort.
No Tin Noyet grew gloomier, right, so Fong did not spend a penny, I still had to throw money in, yet ended up with 3-7. Someone nearby said, I do not care, so Fong must treat us at Tay Din.
All right, I will.
So Fong smiled bitterly, knowing No Tin Noyet was joking.
Van Han held his hand, softly asked, should we invite Sister Vi Din?
No Tin Noyet said, ask her, but I guess she cannot come, today is Tay family reunion.
Then I will ask.
Van Han pulled out her phone, opened Vi Din's chat, fingers typing.
Ding ding.
Vi Din replied quickly, as guest, busy all day, back tomorrow.
Then let us eat, next time we treat her. So Fong patted the girl's head. Lam Lo got in the driver's seat, then go, to Tay Din.
At 12:30, the four sat down in a private room at Tay Din.
Order this and that. No Tin Noyet ordered smoothly. Lam Lo suddenly said, eat more, work starts tomorrow. Let me rest one more day. No Tin Noyet whined. Lam Lo glared, no negotiation, promised the brand, tomorrow shoot 2 magazines, not too tiring. No Tin Noyet pouted, still asked, 2 magazines? Inner or cover? Of course the cover.
Lam Lo crossed her legs, proudly, to let you shoot inner pages, they are not worthy.
Outer cover is main, inner cover is first page after opening. Lam Lo explained.
Creak, the door opened, a familiar figure appeared. Boy my Tuet froze, then coldly said, so it is you.
So Fong frowned, asked coldly, boy girl, what is it?
No Tin Noyet grew alert, disliking Doi My Tuet.
My name is Doi My Tuet, do not call me Doi girl.
Her forehead veins bulged.
So Fong just smiled.
I heard a familiar voice, came to greet, goodbye. She huffed, turned, and slammed the door.
That Doi girl? She seemed strange. Lam Lo frowned. Strange? So Fong shrugged. Van Han said, a bit strange, do you not feel it?
She reasoned, right, you do not have women's sixth sense. So Fong chuckled, when food arrived, he served the girl, spending nearly 10,000, all thanks to No Tin Noyet's mercy.
In the car, Lam Lo asked, go back now? No, still early, let us watch a movie.
No Tin Noyet suggested.
She warned, mind your image, if fans see at cinema, you know the result.
It is fine, we watch VIP, fewer people. No Tin Noyet sighed, checked phone for films. Lam Lo rolled eyes, but remembered her work tomorrow, felt balanced.
No Tin Noyet showed screen, watch this, haunted house spirit, how? Horror movie? Van Han shrank. Yes, highly rated, not bad.
No Tin Noyet was eager.
NK Books. Anything is fine. Van Han softly replied. So Fong stroked her nose, gently asked, scared? Alright, I buy tickets. No Tin Noyet quickly booked, also ordered 4 Cokes and big popcorn.
Lam Lo sternly said, movie is fine, but wear mask, glasses, hat.
Masks attract more attention. No Tin Noyet argued. Fine, listen to you.
No Tin Noyet agreed, muttering, even naggier than my mom.
What did you say? Lam Lo blared angrily. Her cheeks flushed. Stop fooling, I am driving. Go.
No Tin Noyet leaned back smiling. Lam Lo sighed, as agent, assistant, driver, nanny, my head will soon lose all hair. No Tin Noyet said, rest assured, I will take you to treatment, by tonic, your hair will not fall.
So Fong. And the girl stifled laughter, angering No Tin Noyet. Chapter 1154, The Commotion. So many people today.
Van Han stepped out of the elevator, glanced at the crowd, nervously pulled up her mask.
Speak less, your voices are easy to recognize. Lam Lo whispered.
The girl quickly shut her mouth, following So Fong forward.
So Fong twitched his lips, murmuring, well, we all wear masks and sunglasses, it seems even more suspicious. Are they sick, wearing masks in the heat? Better keep away. Don't be so mean, maybe they are celebrities. That blonde girl looks familiar, let me think. Wearing masks and even sunglasses indoors, strange, not good people.
No Tin Noyet resisted the urge to remove her mask, tilting her head, whispering, do I really look like a bad person?
Ignore them. Lam Lo replied calmly. Hey, are you No Tin Noyet? Suddenly someone asked.
No, you got the wrong person.
Lam Lo pretended to stay calm.
So Fong removed his sunglasses, looked straight at the newcomer, said softly, move aside.
Ah, sorry.
The girl quickly stepped aside, they left at once. No Tin Noyet sat down in the VIP lounge of the cinema, removed her mask, sighed, do these people have X-ray eyes? They still recognized me. Your hair is too striking, few dye that color.
Lam Lo watched the lounge door nervously. Born like that? Van Han asked in surprise. Yes, I am mixed race.
No Tin Noyet explained.
So Fong chuckled, you just realized?
Van Han felt embarrassed. No Tin Noyet smiled gently, no wonder you did not know, my eyes are still black like normal. Though mixed race, her eyes kept Eastern traits.
I thought you just dyed your hair. Van Han said innocently. Now you know, not too late. No Tin Noyet yawned, softly asked, how long until the movie starts? Hey, you are too bold.
No Tin Noyet tapped gently on Chao sister's face.
What can I do, spoiled and arrogant? Lam Lo said proudly.
I never spoiled you, stop talking nonsense. No Tin Noyet hurriedly denied, then checked her phone, saw the movie would start in more than 20 minutes.
I will go take the tickets, stay here. Lam Lo took the phone with the QR code. Got it.
No Tin Noyet slowly closed her eyes, planning to rest. After 10 minutes, the 4 appeared in the VIP hall, sat down.
Soon after, 7 or 8 more arrived, filling the hall.
So many, should have booked the whole room. No Tin Noyet pulled her cap low, frowned, she disliked crowds, fearing recognition.
Wow, so rich. A mocking voice came from behind.
No Tin Noyet frowned, turned, saw a stout woman with curly dark brown hair, leaning on a fat man.
Thanks for the praise. No Tin Noyet answered calmly. That was not praise, do you think you are rich? The curly woman boasted, stepping on Tai Vai Din's seat.
Who are you calling auntie? Speak clearly.
The woman growled. Van Han said seriously, I am 18, you look 40, if not auntie then what?
Girl, you can eat carelessly, but not speak carelessly.
The fat man shouted angrily. Van Han froze, confused. Slap. No Tin Noyet turned, smacked the curly woman's face, cold voice, "What did you just say?" Silence, the VIP hall went quiet, others watched as if a show, some even filmed. "Bitch, you dare hit me!" The woman shouted, fury rising. "You must apologize." So Fong removed glasses and hat, cold eyes staring. The woman trembled, stammered, Who are you?" "Apologize." So Fong said icily. "You hit me and want me to apologize, unfair." The curly woman cried, then lunged to grab No Tin Noyet's hair. "You provoke me, if I do not hit you, I am not Tran." No Tin Noyet raised her hand. Someone whispered, "She might not be Tran." Slap. People gasped, watching her calmly retract her hand. "Ah!" The curly woman screamed. So Fong looked surprised, glanced at the girl again. "So Fong?" Murmurs spread. "Do not move." So Fong frowned, voice cold, aura forcing others to tremble, phone slipping from hands. No Tin Noyet whispered, "Let someone handle this, stop the videos from spreading." Understood. Lam Lo rolled her eyes, made a call to handle it. Chapter 1155, Fierce Reputation. "I do not care who you are, the one who provoked first was you, and now crying foul is still you." Wu Qingyue abandoned all pretense, rolling her eyes, luckily her sunglasses hid it. "No matter who you are, apologize first." Su Feng replied coldly. You've hit me and now you want me to apologize?" The curly-haired woman fumed, clutching the fat man beside her, shouting, "You useless fool, are you happy watching me get bullied? NK Books. I will have people come deal with them." The fat man trembled and reached for his phone. "Drop it." Su Feng snatched the phone, squeezed, the glass shattered loudly and the device crumpled like a can. "Brother Su, is your hand okay?" Yun Han cried and rushed over to check. "What did you call me?" Su Feng smiled with amusement and opened his hand for her to see. Seeing his hand unharmed, Yun Han sighed and whispered shyly, "Hide your identity." Su Feng laughed and stroked her head, praising, "Smart." "Who exactly are you?" the curly woman stammered, sensing trouble. "I am your man forever." Su Feng blurted out. Lin Luo and the girl went pale. "Ahem, back to the point, will you apologize?" Su Feng cleared his throat and cracked his knuckles. "Do not blame me if I break, pig." He tilted his head and reached toward the woman, making her shiver. "Break, pig? What are you going to do?" The woman panicked at his presence. "We are from the G family, offend us and you will have no good end." The fat man puffed up and stood in front of her. "G family?" Su Feng paused. "Yes, scared now?" The woman breathed out and regained arrogance. "Ji Shuping is my brother." The fat man boasted. "Then I must hit you more." Su Feng struck and sent both tumbling, the woman pinned beneath. So he is Ji Shuping's brother, no wonder he is repulsive. Wu Qingyue felt triumphant. The fat man panicked, "You really dare hit me?" "Qi family, do you know them?" Wu Qingyue feigned, invoking Qi Whiting's name. "You are Qi family?" The fat man went pale. "Afraid yet, will you apologize?" Wu Qingyue smiled. "I am sorry, it was our fault, please forgive us." The fat man bowed repeatedly, murmuring apologies. "Sorry, please forgive." The curly woman also trembled, sweat beading. "What do you think?" Wu Qingyue asked Su Feng. "Get lost, go away." The two fled without resistance. Yun Han whispered, "Why are they so scared?" "Not of us, but of the Qi family, even the Ji family fears them." Lin Luo murmured. Yun Han worried, "Did we go too far?" "No, she provoked you first and deserved it." Wu Qingyue snorted and continued,
she was lucky to meet us, otherwise she would have tormented someone weak. She struck first and kicked chairs, we cannot let it pass.
Lin Luo nodded. Cough, keep some decency, image matters. Su Feng chuckled. Wu Qingyue rolled her eyes, bullied and still pretends to be ladylike? Su Feng smiled and calmly told the others, someone filmed this, please delete it. We deleted it, you can check.
One replied fearfully.
Another added, yes, we erased it, we will not spread it. Delete it now, promise it is gone.
I even cleared the trash, spare me. Su Feng pursed his lips and scanned the group to ensure honesty.
The Qi family name is useful. Wu Qingyue sighed. Sit down, the movie started a while ago.
Lin Luo urged.
Let us watch.
Wu Qingyue happily agreed and ignored the Ji family.
Such generosity.
Su Feng chuckled and leaned on the girl. No, let me check your hand again. Yun Han, still worried, checked his hand.
She scolded, so dangerous, what if the phone blew up? I will be careful next time. Su Feng promised. She nodded and watched quietly.
Thud thud thud. But about 10 minutes later, aside from their group, the theater was empty.
They seemed very afraid of us. Yun Han whispered.
The Qi family is fierce in reputation, fear is normal.
Wu Qingyue replied indifferently. Chapter 1156, this one has nothing? AIU, so tired.
Van Han lay sprawled on the sofa, her legs aching. In the afternoon, No Tin Noyet had dragged them shopping after a movie, from one shop to another until dinner time.
It is already 11, are you hungry?
So Fong set down the bags and asked softly.
If you are, I will cook a late snack.
A little. Van Han blushed, wanting to deny it, but her belly protested loudly.
So Fong laughed, poked her cheek gently and said, go soak your feet in hot water, I will cook noodles. Okay.
She obeyed and went to the bathroom. So Fong entered the kitchen, opened the fridge, took tomatoes, eggs, and leftover mushrooms.
Ask her then.
He muttered, peeling tomatoes and cutting mushrooms. Soon her voice called again.
She is not coming, let us eat. Van Han peeked inside. After shopping, the diva no stayed overnight elsewhere. Go soak your feet now. So Fong shooed her out. Got it.
Van Han smiled sweetly, her heart filled with joy. About 20 minutes later, he carried out 2 bowls, one large, one small, the larger twice as full.
Eat.
He set the big bowl before her. He looked at her with a half smile, his gaze making her blush. Do not worry, this only fills you 6/10, eat now.
He tapped her head.
He grinned but said no more, she shyly lowered her eyes.
Sii.
Slurp. Van Han lifted noodles to her lips, face satisfied. The noodles were plain, no meat, but light and tasty, perfect for late night.
Clatter clatter.
She drained the bowl, soup and all.
Satisfied.
She stood to tidy dishes, rinsed the foot basin too.
So Fong chuckled, leaned back on the sofa and scrolled his phone. So Fong, bathe now, do not delay.
Her voice came softly.
I know.
He replied casually.
While scrolling, he glanced at the mansion door, wondering if he should set wards against thieves.
Books. He decided to buy materials tomorrow, and also herbs for strengthening elixirs. Thinking that, he searched for nearby markets. Not sure if century-old herbs are easy to buy.
He murmured. Ah.
Van Han came out, drying her hands, melting into his arms.
Still tired? He asked gently. He stroked her ear, whispered, want a massage? She tilted up, not tired yourself? I am fine.
He kneaded her shoulders with proper force.
Mum.
She half closed her eyes, face flushed, soft sounds escaping.
Feel good? He smiled, customer, is the pressure right?
So good, just right, continue. Her ears reddened, her body limp like a kitten. After 10 minutes, her steady breath sounded, she had fallen asleep.
Sleep in bed.
He called gently, but she did not respond.
Good night, I will bathe.
He covered her and turned.
Ah, do not chase, do not bite, move.
Suddenly she cried incoherently.
He turned quickly, then chuckled, watching films you fear not, yet dream of them. Ah, So Fong, where are you?
She waved hands, as if catching. Here. He hurried, grasped her hand.
I am scared.
She mumbled, eyes shut. She calmed, breathing steady. He sat by her for half an hour until sure she slept deeply, then left to wash. 10 minutes later he returned, hair dry, with laundry placed by the door.
So Fong, I want water.
Van Han had woken, reaching for him.
All right, I will get it.
He smiled, poured warm water and fed her.
Not asleep yet?
She asked.
He put the cup away, turned off the light and lay down. Now I sleep.
She clung to him like an octopus, after a pause whispered, so good. In the dark, her cheeks flushed, after a while she added, having you is so good.
He froze, then answered with joy, yes, having you is also good. Good night.
She said softly.
So Fong smiled bitterly, this one has nothing?
Then he too wished her good night.
Chapter 1157, Returning Disappointed.
What do you want for breakfast? Asked Van Han while brushing her teeth.
So Fong whispered, cook some porridge. All right.
Van Han rinsed the cup, washed her face, then went downstairs to prepare breakfast.
So Fong also went down, leaned against the kitchen door, looked at the busy girl, and asked, really not planning to hire a maid? That sounds a bit pressuring. So Fong laughed, thinking it was time to plan for making money. He asked, are we going out after breakfast? Going out for what?
Van Han stopped washing vegetables and turned to look.
So Fong explained, to buy you some study materials, since you want to continue self-studying university courses, right? All right.
Van Han nodded, then continued washing vegetables.
The driving license still must be taken seriously.
So Fong muttered, thinking that going out without a car was inconvenient, calling a taxi every time was neither safe nor private. After half an hour, having finished breakfast, they left the villa, took a taxi from District 7 straight to the herbal market. Don't worry, no one will recognize us. So Fong reassured her softly, but inwardly smiled bitterly, his face covered more than half, who could still recognize him.
Ah, looks like So Fong and Van Han, but with masks, not sure. Yes, very alike, especially the eyes, exactly like So Fong. Could it really be So Fong and that little girl? People in the market whispered, faces full of doubt.
So Fong twitched his lips, not expecting to be noticed so fast.
So Fong, let's hurry.
Van Han lowered her head, held his hand, and led him straight to the supermarket.
Helpless, So Fong followed, pushing a shopping cart. Buy a bottle of chili sauce, we missed it last time.
Van Han went to the seasoning section, compared brands, and chose a reasonably priced one. We have soy sauce, but no aged one, take a good bottle.
Pepper powder seems gone too, grab some.
Take a bag of starch, it can be used for soups, stir-fries will be tenderer.
Oh no, the cart is full. Van Han turned after putting seaweed rolls inside and saw it full. So Fong laughed, if we miss anything just get it, I will pull another cart.
No, today is enough, we must go buy study materials, don't forget.
Van Han quickly stopped him.
Inside she felt a bit regretful, even with money they should not waste, she had to pick up again the good habit of frugality. The girl picked some textbooks, then paid, afterward went to the bookstore to buy university materials.
Going back now?
Van Han tilted her head.
You go first, I will visit the herbal market.
So Fong hailed a car, put their things in the trunk. Van Han swallowed her words of wanting to go along, just waved, all right, come back soon.
So Fong reminded, I know, you stay safe, ask the guard to help carry the goods. Okay. Van Han replied. So Fong sighed in relief, recalled the route he had checked last night, and went straight to the herbal market. The herbal market, as its name, specialized in selling herbs. Most common herbs were available, sometimes rare ones too. Actually, it was more like a street 2 kilometers long, 8 meters wide, with ancient-style buildings on both sides, the largest herbal market in Qinghai City. Quite crowded. So Fong muttered, the smell of medicine lingering, and stepped into the first shop. It was small but stocked with many herbs in large sacks. What would you like to see? A clerk quickly welcomed him. So Fong listed 7 or 8 herbs, astragalus, tiger root, each 1 kilogram. Do you have them? Yes, wait a moment. The clerk noted, went behind the counter, and fetched the herbs, weighed them, packed them neatly. So Fong wandered, occasionally checking herbs. Done. He scanned to pay. Just as he was leaving, he paused and asked casually, do you have century-old ginseng? Of course. The clerk's eyes lit up. He brought out a wooden box, opened it to reveal ginseng. So Fong sniffed, smirked inside. That was no century-old root, not even 50 years. He then went to the second, third, fourth shops, bought common herbs, then asked about century-old ginseng, Rehmannia, and other expensive herbs. All failed to meet the requirement. Some even offered 10-year ginseng as century-old. The water is truly deep. So Fong sighed, lost interest, and thought, better ask my disciple for help. He turned and left the market, called a car, and headed back. Chapter 1158, Smile Half-Step Crazy. Cling. Coming. Tay Din quickly replied, probably playing on the phone. Helping master? So Fong paused his finger but still sent the message. Cling. Speak. Tay Din added a cute emoji. So Fong was stunned. Was that emoji a slip of hand? He pressed his lips and typed, want to buy some herbs, no away? Tay Din replied, yes, give me the list. So Fong frowned at the cute emoji and suspiciously asked, 380, are you Tay Din? Yes. So Fong opened the voice note. Tay Din's voice came clear, Master, it is me. Sigh. He held the phone silently. Was this the legendary contrast Mo? In reality so cold and calm, yet online using cute emojis? Or maybe she was just poker face? Never mind, I will list the herbs and send you later. So Fong breathed out, kept typing. Okay. So Fong replied simply. Good, see you tonight. With a cute emoji. So Fong stared, the cold image of Tay Din collapsed. Snap. He cut the chat, sent the screenshot to the girl with note, your sister Din is not that cold. What the heck? Van Han quickly replied. She seemed shocked, then messages rang 4 or 5 times. Is this really Sister Din? Was she kidnapped? Surely not her, must be hacked. This emoji does not suit her, though a bit cute. Are you coming back? So Fong smirked, read all, then messaged, change nickname to Fong Chin. A few seconds later, Van Han replied, okay. With a lively emoji. So Fong looked at that emoji in a daze, then smiled, put the phone down, gazed out the car window. Half an hour later, the taxi stopped at the villa. The girl came out to greet him. So Fong answered, letting her carry the herbs inside. Van Han asked, why buy so many herbs? For precaution. So Fong brushed off, some things she must not know. Alright, tell me if you need help. Van Han smiled like a flower. Tonight Din comes for dinner. What do you plan to cook? So Fong changed topic. Van Han opened the fridge, then said, seasonings are all here, we can make grilled shrimp, mushrooms with almonds. Good, you decide. So Fong carried herbs to the yard. He sat, checked herbs, muttered, did I forget something? Never mind, buy later.
He shook head, took grinder, put herbs inside, ground to powder. He was making a basic strengthening recipe.
Adding some random herbs is fine.
He added 7 or 8 more plants, harmless but useful for concealment.
Add water, add some ash.
He muttered, poured water, stirred, shaped a pill thumb-sized.
Van Han came near. What are you doing?
Smile half-step crazy.
So Fong smiled. Don't joke, you watched too many films. Van Han rolled eyes. So Fong coughed, not joking, this pill enhances physique, I will sell it. Yes, Elder Wang taught me. He pulled Elder Wang out as excuse. That elder knows everything. Van Han glared. So Fong lied, actually Elder Wang is a hidden master, do you believe? I believe, whatever you say. Van Han half doubted, asked, can I eat this pill?
You already tried better, this is useless for you.
He put black pill into bowl. Van Han asked, I tried? When?
So Fong lied, on Huin Noyet Island, when cooking I put it in.
Van Han realized, so that's why I got stronger, you tricked me. So Fong's serious, Elder Wang said pass to men not women, so I hid it.
Van Han squinted doubtful, but didn't ask, only pretended to admire.
She asked, who will you sell this pill to? To the 8 great families, how about it? He laughed, shaping another pill.
Smart, no need her help, I will give her commission.
He smiled. Van Han asked, how much per pill? Chapter 1159, Cooperation. Van Han was startled and whispered, 500 yuan, is that not too high?
Then 300 yuan, we still need to earn some, after all I still have to support you.
So Fong thought for a moment then decided on the price.
What, I did not cost you much at all.
Van Han scolded. Ha ha ha. So Fong laughed openly.
Van Han rolled up her sleeves, took out the medicinal paste and softly said, let me help you.
She opened her palm, looked at the pitch-black pill, a bit doubtful and said, this looks so dark, can it really be sold? It is fine.
Van Han did not think more, lowered her head and continued to roll the pill. Time passed slowly. By more than 6 in the evening, the sun was setting in the west.
I will prepare dinner, Sister Vi Din will arrive soon. Van Han stood up and said. Go ahead, I will finish the rest. So Fong replied, then carefully packed each pill into sealed bags. Is this packaging too simple? He looked at the sealed bags, some the size of a palm, some only a thumb. It really did not look like something that could be sold for 300 yuan. Alright, let it be for now, NK Books.
So Fong decided that next time he would buy glass bottles, to spend a little more to package them better. At night, exactly 7:30, Tay Bai Din and Uncle Hui entered the villa, when the girl had finished preparing dinner.
Do not be polite, treat this as your home. Van Han smiled and invited. All right.
Tay Bai Din softly replied.
This made the girl secretly glance at her a few times, doubting, could Sister Vi Din show such a cute expression? Tay Bai Din curiously asked, what is it? Nothing, I will call So Fong.
Van Han shook off the odd thought and turned to the backyard. Tay Bai Din tilted her head to look at Uncle Hui, he only smiled faintly.
Soon, the girl led So Fong back. He carried a large black bag stuffed full, not clear what was inside.
Van Han gestured with her chin toward the kitchen, saying, wash your hands first, even the nails must be clean.
Tay Bai Din glanced at the black bag, and asked, what is this?
He, let So Fong tell you later.
Van Han said shyly. Sit down. Tay Bai Din spoke. Yes. Uncle Hui hesitated a bit, then obeyed. Van Han, are your eyes uncomfortable? Tay Bai Din asked with concern.
Haha, maybe when I cut carrots my eyes were stung.
Van Han laughed awkwardly. So Fong held back his laughter, then said, we will talk after the meal.
Tay Bai Din paused with chopsticks in hand, confused.
Van Han stopped signaling to So Fong.
Half an hour later, the girl cleared the dishes, rinsed and placed them in the dishwasher, truly a tool that freed both hands.
Drink some tea.
So Fong poured tea into a cup, placing it before Tai Vai Din.
Her eyebrows furrowed, she asked, "Do you have something to say to me? Already noticed?"
So Fong smiled and touched his nose.
Uncle Hui sat silently, thinking, anyone can see it. Is it related to herbs?
Tai Vai Din lowered her voice, "You can just give me the list."
Ku Trung San? Her eyes lit up. No. So Fong froze, realizing the pill looked very much like what he had made before. Then what is it?
Her eyes showed doubt. So Fong glanced at Uncle Hui, then still explained, "This is a pill that can enhance physical fitness."
Enhance physical fitness? Tai Vai Din's pupils shrank.
Uncle Hui was also startled, his finger trembled, eyes cloudy, fixed on that inconspicuous bag.
So Fong, you are not joking?
She held the bag, pressed the black pill, looked up at him, searching his face.
So Fong said sincerely, "Of course not."
Uncle Hui politely said, "Mr. So, enhancing physical fitness requires training too, not only pills."
He then asked deeply, "So Mr. So means this pill really works?"
"Of course." So Fong curved his lips, his face calm but his gaze full of confidence.
This pill. Tai Vai Din's red lips parted, hard to continue.
Van Han interjected, "So Fong tells the truth, we tried it on Huin Noyet Island, that is why we gained more strength."
Tai Vai Din was dazed.
Recalling that after returning to the city, her physical stats indeed increased.
She paused, then asked, "How much can it enhance?"
So Fong said, 10 pills, can double physical fitness.
Double.
Both Tai Vai Din and Uncle Hui were shocked, then looked at each other.
Can it be verified? Uncle Hui asked.
So Fong nodded, "Of course, I will give you 10 pills, surely the Tai family has means to verify."
How much for each pill?
Tai Vai Din pursed her lips, gazing at So Fong.
300 yuan. He named the price, his heart a little uneasy. Chapter 1160, Little Witch. Is it too expensive?
So Fong chuckled awkwardly and continued.
If not, selling for 200 yuan is also fine. Too cheap.
Tai Vai Din raised her hand to cut him off.
This time So Fong was stunned. Cheap?
Yes, if this medicine really works, I suggest you sell it for over 10,000 yuan.
Tai Vai Din said seriously. Over 10,000 yuan.
Van Han exclaimed, such a price she dared not even imagine. You dare to set the price more than me. So Fong smiled bitterly. Martial clans will go crazy.
Tai Vai Din said suddenly. I understand. So Fong nodded, who needs physical enhancement the most? Martial practitioners. If this medicine really works, you must be careful. Tai Vai Din reminded solemnly. She thought for a while then asked. How about cooperation? So Fong whispered.
You provide the herbs, I do the formula, sales channel to your family, finally profit split 50-50.
Tai Vai Din stayed silent, frowned thinking, then looked up sincerely. If the pills truly work, we can cooperate, profit split 60-40. Ha!
So Fong was surprised.
Then it is settled. Tai Vai Din said calmly. Fine.
So Fong smiled, one less share of profit meant little to the Tai family.
Mr. So, or we can buy the formula. Uncle Hui suggested. So Fong shook his head. Sorry, I will not sell the formula. Uncle Hui sighed. An innocent man is guilty when holding jade. So Fong frowned, was that a threat? Shut up. Tai Vai Din ordered coldly. Yes.
Uncle Hui had to obey, he wanted more profit but the young lady already conceded one share, he could not push further. No rush, take time to test. So Fong took out 10 bags of pills, put before her.
Tai Vai Din ordered. Uncle Hui, find a reliable place to test, keep it secret. By the way, how to use, she asked. So Fong explained. Boil water, put in until dissolved, then drink. Tai Vaidin nodded, stood to leave. Disciple, do not leave so fast, here is the list of herbs. He handed her a small notebook. All right, I will find them quickly. She glanced a few pages, gave to Uncle Hui, signaled him to handle. So Fong added. Uncle Hui, please watch carefully, the herbs are important. Understood. He nodded, left to bring pills for testing. I am leaving. Tai Vaidin said. So Fong thanked. Come tomorrow noon for meal, I will cook. All right. Her lips curved faintly, walking lightly back to her villa. Van Han recovered, tugged his sleeve, asked. So Fong, one pill sells for 10,000, we get 60%, that means 6,000 per pill? Not 6,000, after cost, shipping, labor and other fees, finally each pill nets about 5,000. He explained patiently. She asked curiously. So how much cost for one pill? Not more than 20 yuan. He thought, bag plus herbs, nearly 20 yuan. Heavens, so cheap? Van Han exclaimed. Shoo, lower your voice. He covered her mouth. Her heart raced, she said trembling. Cost 20, selling 10,000, profit too high. Cough, actually I think over 10,000 is overpriced. He coughed then added. But my business mind is not as good as Tai Vaidin, let it be her decision. He paused, then said. Besides, I will donate some money to orphanage. Speaking of orphanage, let us visit sometime. Van Han shifted thought. She enjoyed his head pat, murmured. I wonder what Xiao Nu is doing now. Xiao Nu. He smiled faintly. His impression of Veen Nu was just 3 words. Little witch. He said softly. When we return, let us visit her. Let me see if I still have contact. She ran upstairs, remembered her old phone had the number, though SIM discarded, the contacts remained. He chuckled, placed pills on table, took clean clothes, went to shower. She plugged in old phone, waited long, finally turned on, it was keypad type, not smart, only basic system. She nervously opened contacts, pressed symbol key. Soon, a familiar note appeared. Little witch. She looked and chuckled, it was number saved by him. Veen Nu was called Little Witch partly for her nature, partly for her school behavior. She opened the card, saved the number into new phone, and eagerly pressed call.